welcome back. I wanted to bring you something a little more focused on stretching out your back, more restorative type of moves. So I do have a couple props I'm going to be using today. I have a loop band. If you have one of these, it'd be great. You don't have to have one. I just bought these off of Amazon. And then a pole. Now, this is a Pilates pole, but you could even use a broomstick. So those are just a couple things I'm going to be using today. So first, I just want you to start standing, and I do this even like in the middle of the day. I just come like angel arms. I just come up and down and up and down. And I'm gonna kind of turn this like, what I like to do is I like you to think about this part of your back moving and managing that motion, almost like your scapular are lifting your arms up, just to keep mobility going. This is just good mobility for your back, your scapular, your shoulders, especially like I work at a computer all day, so I do this on my breaks through the day. You'll see me walking up and down the driveway doing this. So I just think it's a really good move. Another one I like to do, and I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see it. I hold my arms about here and I just pull them slightly back. I lift them over, bring them back down, and close them back in. So it's like pull back, not too far, you don't want to hurt your shoulders, bring them up, back down, and together. So it's like boom, 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 open, up, back down, together, but not all the way together. So let's just do a couple more of those. Again, you should feel a nice stretch through this area. And these are other ones, like when I'm taking a little break away from the computer, you'll see me walking around the house doing these because I just think it's really good to keep all those joints mobile and moving. Just give me one more. Nice. Okay, so let's go down on all fours and let's just start with child's pose, which I know most all of us know. So you can keep those knees together or you can open them out to the side. I just like to open them out. There's no right or wrong. Go ahead, lean down, put your forehead right down on the ground and take a couple breaths right here. Breathing into your ribs. And exhale. Another breath. Now let's go ahead and walk to the left and take a deep breath here. And this you should feel more lateral breathing. So you should be breathing into those right ribs and really feel a nice stretch down the right side of your body. And exhale. One more breath here. And let's walk all the way to the right. And if your hips are kind of tight, you might be feeling a nice stretch along the back side of your glutes. Again, rest that head down. You're now breathing into the left ribs, feeling a nice stretch all along that lateral side of your left back. And exhale. And let's come to the center. And I like to just walk the hands up and then roll up one vertebrae at a time as if you're like stacking your vertebrae. And then let's bring those knees together and come to all fours. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So again, inhale, look where the ceiling and the wall meet. Exhale, push that ground away and think of a Halloween cat. Inhale and exhale. Two more. This is great mobility for your spine. Never stop moving in all ranges of motion. Come back to a flat back. And when you're in this flat back position, I just like the tummy to kind of be snug up. Nothing where you're like holding, I don't want you holding your breath at all, but nothing where you feel like, ooh, this is tiring me out. Just to keep your lower back safe. I don't want it arching in like that, like I just exaggerated to show you. So again, nice neutral spine. Now let's do hip sways. So we lean, we're gonna look over the right shoulder and the hips move to the left. So you'll feel a nice stretch the opposite side of where you're looking. Look around and sway to the left. Two more. And of course I count in sets, so that means 4. Good job. Okay, back to all fours. Now we're gonna do wagging tail. So we're gonna keep both knees down, lift your right foot, and you're just gonna swing that right foot out to the right and look at it, and then swing it over to the left and look at it. For 3, again, just keep that tummy up tight. 1 more each way. And bring that foot down, got another leg. Look out to the left and to the right. If you don't see your foot, that's okay. If you do, that's great. It means you're pretty mobile. Nice, last one. Okay, so last one in this all 4 position is bird dog. Go ahead and take your right hand and your left foot and just kind of trace them in a line of where they are. Now lift them up to level and then tap the ground. For 4, don't arch into the back. You're lifting from where the glute and the hamstring meet. 2, last 1, and bring them back. And again now, left leg, left arm, right leg, lift up to level, and you're gonna tap for 4, and 3, and 2, last one. Bring them in. Great. So let's sweep those legs around. If you have that loop band, go ahead and grab it now, but if you don't worry about it. Just do these moves without it. So go ahead and place that band right above your knees. If you do buy these on Amazon, they're fairly cheap. I can't remember how much they were, but they come in different weights, different intensities. So there's light, medium, there might be an extra light, heavy and extra heavy. So they're very useful. So you're gonna lay flat back down, and your hips, knees, and feet are all in alignment. We're just gonna keep our legs flat here. So first we're just gonna bring the arms up and back. For 3, just if you can tap the floor behind you, great. If you can't, that's okay. 2, last one. Now we're gonna go into flat back bridges, which bridges are just one of the best all over exercises. So when you lift into a bridge, don't push into your back. You want like an angle from your hips to your shoulder that's just straight. You don't want to arch up into your back. So we're just going to send those hips up to the ceiling and back down. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to combine the 2. You're going to lift and bring the arms over and down. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good job. Okay. Now, go ahead, lift up and stay up. And you're gonna do kind of what's called clam in the bridge. So you're gonna take and you're gonna push those knees out to the opposite sides of each other. So you're gonna push them away from one another. And this is just working some of that muscle along the back side on a different angle. We're gonna do 4 more. For 4, and 3, and 2, and trying to keep those feet flat on the ground when you're doing this, and come back down. Good job. Now we're gonna go into single legs. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna lift one leg, and you're just gonna lift up. For 2, we're gonna do 8. 3, 4, 5, again, just lifting those hips straight up. 7, and 8, and come down and bring that foot down. Do the other leg. So extend that leg out. The angle you're extending it is so the knees are still in alignment of one another. So it's like on that same trajectory. So lift for 8, and 7, and 6. Keep breathing. You're doing a lot of great work for the core. 3, 2, 1, and bring that knee down. Now we're just going to lift up and do a second set of the bridge with clams. So again, inhale here, let's lift up, and the legs go to the outside for 8, 7, 6, 5. Trying to relax the collarbone and the jaw when you're in these moves. 2. Keep that tension away from the neck. 2 and 1 and roll down. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that strap off. And we're gonna go ahead and we're going to come to laying on our stomach. We're gonna do a few core or back core exercises for your back. So you're gonna do some baby swan. So hands are just about shoulder, around your shoulder area. And you're going to have your head, it's a straight extension of your spine. Tummy is tight, legs are long and strong. Just inhale and exhale down. And when you're doing this move, I'm gonna keep talking while we're going through it, following your breath. You're trying to not press super hard into the earth. You want your upper back to start doing this work to lift up and give you a nice chest expansion. Give me 2 more. Inhale on the extension. Create space in the vertebrae. Exhale on the return. Inhale and exhale. Good job. So now we're gonna come into a single leg kick. This is another classic Pilates move. So whenever you're in positions like this, keep the elbow in alignment with the shoulder and keep that wrist straight out from the elbow. So tummy is tight and really push into the ground to activate this whole side area. You're gonna lift the right leg and you're gonna inhale as you kick towards your butt twice. Exhale, point that leg away. So inhale, kick. And if you can get it down, you flex as you bring the foot in and you point as you kick it away. For 3, long through the head. Do not scrunch like a turtle. Push the ground away with the forearms. Last one. Good job. So stretch long into the ground. We're gonna do swimming. This is really a great one. So let's just start with some alternating lifts. So meaning, let's take our right arm and our left leg, keep the head a natural extension from the back, and just lift and lower. And let's go to the opposite side. So you're lifting the opposite arm and opposite leg just to kind of get yourself into the rhythm of what move is coming. Pause here. Tummy's tight. Let's lift up everything like Superman, and we're gonna alternate moving quicker where you inhale for 5, exhale. Your elbows and knees do not bend. You have to think, oh my gosh, I have no joints. 2 more sets. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Last set. Everything down. Let's go ahead and push back into a little child's pose for a breather. And curl back up. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and grab the pole that I mentioned earlier. We're gonna do some lunges with the hip, taking this pole overhead to give a nice stretch through our chest. So you're gonna come up and stretch and step back. And come up and stretch and come back. Just a few more of these. So set that knee down gently to keep your balance so that you really feel the stretch through your chest and feel that movement from the shoulders. Nice. So now the next one is like a windmill one. So we're gonna stand like this. And you're just gonna hinge at the hips and you're gonna take that pole this way, looking up, feel a nice hamstring stretch, bring it back down and come up. Hinge over, this way, arms are straight and up. So we hinge, inhale, feel that beautiful stretch, exhale, stand up. Hinge, up. Give me 2 more each way. Good job. Keep breathing and just feel the mobility going on in your back. Think about the way those muscles are moving, sending some energy there. Last one. Good job. Okay, so now we're gonna do another lunging one, but we're gonna twist to like a rotation, not overhead like we did before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, we're gonna stay on one side the whole time. So I want you to go ahead, I'll start with my left leg, which feels so weird to me. So I'm gonna come down here, and I'm just gonna twist and come back. And inhale, and back. And inhale, and back. One more. Good job. So we don't even have to get all the way up. We can just switch sides while we're here. And inhale as you rotate. Creating space through the vertebrae when you rotate, so we're not compressing. Good job. And let's come up. Good job. Okay, so let's put that pole down now. Let's come back down to all fours. I'm gonna face this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do like a hip roll, like in I call it fire hydrant, in a fire hydrant position. So I'm back to all fours. And all I want you to do is pick this leg up and circle it around. So you're moving the knee. You're just like circling with the knee, I should say, moving from the hip. And let's go in the opposite direction for 4, and 3, 2, 1. And I know this is more hip, but hip plays a big part in back comfort. So circle back, and a nice wide circle, sending it around. And one more. Now the other way for 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Great job. Okay, let's do a couple stretches here. Let's go ahead and roll back down, and let's just raise our leg up over, straight up to the sky to stretch the hamstring. I'm gonna flex my foot here. I'm gonna extend the other leg. You can pull from the calf, you can pull from the hamstring, or you can just let it be. Now let's get a little dorsal flexion, and then we're gonna point the foot, flex, point, flex. One more. Now circle that foot 4 times in one direction and 4 times in the opposite direction. And let's bring that knee in, hug it. Now let's take that knee and send it over to the opposite side, look the other way. So bring that hand that you're looking towards and just extend it along the ground and turn your head to look at it. The other leg just lays flat onto the ground. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Let's go ahead and do that figure 4 stretch. So bring the one ankle in front of the knee, like almost on the lower part of the thigh, and just pull that in. I like to push this knee away, the one that's on top of the foot. And inhale, exhale, bring that down. So now opposite side, let's bring that leg up to the sky. I like to kind of do each move a little before I go to the next part. Then I will extend my other leg down along the ground. Pull that leg in if you can. Let's go into our dorsal flexion, point, flex. Really on that flex, feel a nice stretch through that calf. It's like in the winter we need to do that because we're wearing boots. Now go ahead, do those circles 4 in each direction. And then in the summer you need to do it because your calves get tight because we're wearing flip-flops, even though we all know we're not supposed to. It's just easier. And pull that in. So now go ahead, bring that knee in. Rotate it to the opposite side, and then extend that arm along the ground and turn your head to look at the arm. And just feel a nice rotation through the spine again. I hope you guys liked this one. Good restorative one, even if you don't do the whole thing. If there's pieces you take from it to incorporate into some of your moves or just through the day, come back to center. Let's go into our figure 4 stretch. Sometimes I think that's what's so good too, is you just see something little and you're like, oh, that really did wonders for me. Inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and come up. Let's go ahead and give me a little butterfly stretch here. Just pull that in. Again, I always like a nice flat back coming over. It's the quality of the stretch, not how far you get if you're in not the best form. So I'd rather have you have a flat back because you're going to feel a better stretch through that hamstring. And then come up and push those legs out forward a little. So this is more of like a diamond now. And go ahead, grab the bottom of those feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, over. Come up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring one leg over the other. If you're not comfortable here, you can extend this leg straight in front of you. I feel a little bit more of a stretch this way. I want you to pull this in a little gently towards your chest. Now I don't want you to hurt, but I want you to feel a little stretch through here. And I like to really reach up and over, like pulling the crown of my head to the sky. Another nice little rotation for the spine here. And let's switch. Take a nice deep breath. Let's just come to the center and sit crisscross for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and have you do some neck stretches. So just gently bring your hand around your head, this arm down pointing to the ground. Take your left arm, hand, and just gently guide your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel a nice stretch along the right side of your neck as the right hand reaches for the floor and just further away from you to feel a deeper stretch. Inhale, exhale. Now go ahead, you're leaning to the left, so just tilt your head down to like look at your knee. And then bring that chin down to your collarbone, trace it along your chest until you get to the center, and then look straight up again. And now we're going to go to the opposite side. So the right hand is going to gently guide the right ear to the right shoulder, and then you're really reaching with that left arm away from you. I'm trying to carefully say the right direction here. I'm getting myself confused. Hopefully you guys are able to follow me. Inhale, exhale. Now again, you're leaning to the right, so you're just going to take your head and you're going to look down at your right knee as you release that hand that was on top of your head. So now your chin is kind of on an angle down. Look down, trace that chin along your chest, and when you get to the center, come straight up. Nice. I hope that made you guys feel relaxed. See you later.